Hey guys, Pizza Time Rockers here, and today we're back. We have part 2 of my Mega Pizzaplex Tours. You guys seem to enjoy the first one, which was the lobby. It's what we're standing in right now. But today we're doing the big one, the one that is the most impressive, the one that probably everyone wants to see, and it's right behind me. It's right through this hall here. So, today, as you can tell, we're going into the Atrium. But before I get to the Atrium, I just want to say, I want to thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I cannot believe that we have made it this far. It is crazy to me. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more at the end of the video, but thank you guys so much. But let's get into it. So, once you go in here, you buy your ticket. You come this way. You go through these gates. You use your ticket to get through. And you come through this door. And you are in the atrium. Now, it's not that good of a view because the map is in your way. But it's pretty cool. So, we're just going to kind of go this way. And then up. And then boom. Okay? Okay. So, over here, got these huge, we have one on each side, these elevators, just like the ones in Security Breach. They look great. I'm really happy with how they turned out. They're closed right now. That one is. ATMs, some benches, some cotton candy stands, some tables with pizza boxes on them. These cart things, you're going to see a lot of these. These are spread all throughout the atrium. Here's another thing you're going to see a lot in the atrium, these strollers, because in a place like this for little kids, the kids need to be pushed around. Claw machines. And over here is actually a really cool part of the atrium, one of my favorite parts of the atrium. BB and JJ's Balloon Emporium. I think that's the name I have for it. This is their little slice of the Pizzaplex. I wanted to give BB and JJ a spot in the Pizzaplex somewhere, but I thought about giving them a room, but then I was like, I don't really think they need a room, So, and then I had this big old empty space, and I was just gonna fill it with tables and stuff like that. But then I was like, no, that's kind of boring, I wanted to do something a little more out there. So, this is Balloon Boy and JJ's Balloon Emporium. So you come through here. Got these circle carpet things. They're all throughout the Pizzaplex and Security Breach. Right here, you got some trash cans. You come over here, you got BB and JJ. Heads on the wall. You got balloon barrels from FNAF 6. Vending machines. And this is the counter right here where you would come and you would buy the balloons. You got some helium tanks back there. Some deflated balloons on the ground. That kind of thing. There's a bunch of balloons on the ceilings from kids dropping their balloons. You have the main steps right here to get to the second floor, the balcony on this side of the atrium. And here is the stage. You got BB and JJ, which I'm actually probably going to change JJ because I think I'm going to put her in a balloon barrel because you know how she hides in FNAF 2. So maybe her character is that she's shy. I don't know. We're going to get into that. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Here is the ball pit. This is like the kiddie area of the atrium. So this is like where all the little kids would go while the parties are being held in the middle. Got some merry-go-rounds. You can never go wrong with some merry-go-rounds. Got a rocket ship ride right here. I'm actually pretty proud of that design. More balloon barrels. Not that crazy of an area. It's Balloon Boy and JJ, so it's not really going to be all that crazy. Photo booths, more vending machines. There's a lot of them in here. This is the first floor entrance to Foxy's Pirate World. Right here, there's going to be a lot of these around the atrium as well. These are those little pop-up concession stands. They're around the Pizzaplex and Security Breach, but I took my own spin on them. I made my own colors, stuff like that. Those are garage doors. They're in the daylight. These wouldn't be here, and these would just be, someone would stand there. that kind of thing. Plant boxes. This is the map of the Pizzaplex, so you know how to get around. Here is the other first floor entrance to Foxy's Pirate World, but we're not gonna go in there today. More benches, potted plants, claw machines, photo booths, and as you guys have probably seen already, there's a bunch of these big plant things right here. They have palm trees in them. In the Pizzaplex and Security Breach, there are a bunch of these around, and they're a nice color of green in the bright, you know, kind of artificial coloring of the Atrium, especially the Pizzaplex. It's really, really, really good to incorporate some natural in there. Now, I almost made this out of concrete because in Security Breach, they're just made out of plastic. They're not real palm trees. But I don't know. I like them being real, or at least like those ones that are fake enough that look real. Because the ones in Security Breach are just lime green, just fake leaves. You got a bunch of booths over here, heavily based off of Chucky's. We got Candy's Diner. Like I said, we're not going to go into that today. Candy machines, more trash cans, more benches. Come over here. You got more of those concession stands. You have Fruit Punch and Lemonade Clown. Some of the best stuff to come out of FNAF 6. I love all of FNAF 6. FNAF 6 Pizzeria Sim is my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game. Another bin, and right here we have another save spot. Just like in the lobby, you press this button. So if I were to die, I would spawn right there. You have the entrance to Bonnie's Rock and Roller Rink, but like I said, not going in there today. Right here, we have Sodaroni. Now this is a screen. I know it's not translated very well, but there are a bunch of these screens around the Atrium. They're all around the Pizzaplex, but they're mainly in here. Just like in Security Breach, there's those screen advertisements that play all the time. So that's my take on Sodaroni. I actually am pretty proud of that. I think it turned out pretty well. More palm trees, a map. This is the entrance right here to Rockstar Row. It is currently under construction, but most of it is done. I will have that tour coming out for you guys here pretty soon. Let me know if you guys want me to do Rockstar Row or one of the attractions first. I think I'm going to do Rockstar Row because I'm really proud of it because I actually finished it today. More ATMs. You have some black screens that aren't on right now. More plants. You have the main stage. Tables. This is an employee area. People aren't allowed to go back here. So, let's go back over here. We'll fly over here. We're going to go back over here and we're going to go upstairs. On the second floor on this side. Let's do it. Alright. So, go up these escalators. This is heavily based off Security Breach. I practically copied the staircase. Right here, I think the upstairs looks a lot cooler. I just like the decorations on the walls more. What was I saying? Okay, here are some tables. Which the tables up here have umbrellas on them because that's what it's like at Security Breach. These are like the ones that are like folded up. Over here, you have the first bathroom of 2 in the Atrium. Men, women's, pretty simple, not too complicated. Here's the other top. This is the other part of the elevators. You come over here, you come to Fazbear Lanes. Over here, like I said, we'll do that in another video. Go check out the TikTok, guys. All these are on the TikTok. Over here, you have the more stroller, more concession stands, the second floor, entrance to Foxy's Pirate World, more palm trees. Right here, if you guys are wondering, because you're going to see these around the Pizzaplex. Right here, these are, I don't know if you remember, but in the only place I can remember they're at, in Security Breach, on the way to Chica's Bakery, there's this sign that says, your business here or whatever. It's basically Fazbear Entertainment saying, hey, here's a number, call us, and we'll put your sign around the Pizzaplex. So that's what that is. Yeah. This is a little interesting, cool thing for you guys. Ball pit up here. Pretty cool. And then over here, you come to one of 2 of the, I like to call them secondary lobbies. Um, these are just extended areas of the atrium. As you can see, it's not finished right now, but you have Monty Golf and you have the entrance to Lefty's Racers. But, yeah, come over here, more concession stands. Really not that crazy. It's a really good view from right here. Alright, now let's go on the other side. I'll let me fly. Yeah, I'm really proud of how this came out, man. I really am. I'm really in a good spot here. Alright, let's go up here. Just like in Security Breach, the middle of it is the DJ booth. So this is employees only. People aren't allowed to come here. This is where all the DJs control the lights and the sounds of the Pizzaplex. Especially the stage show. Alright, come over here. The main locker bay. We're actually going to go in here, because why not? Obviously, it's not roofed in yet, but I don't really think that's going to change much, because it's just probably going to be Blackstone. But got some ATMs, some posters on the walls. I really like the colors in here. Main counter, this is where you'd come and get the keys at, or the codes for the locks, if that's how you want to do it. Some corkboard with key holders. This door actually connects us back to Lost and Found, which is what we looked at last video when we looked at the lobby. Close those doors. Filing cabinets. That's my design for filing cabinets. I really like that design. But yeah, look, there's a bunch of lockers. Tons of them. A place like this is going to need tons and tons of lockers. This was actually one of the first places I built in the Pizzaplex. I built the lobby, and then I built this connected to it. And then another save station. Come over here. More palm trees. Whoa. I'm sorry about the voice crack there. More palm trees, more screens, and here is the entrance to Fazcade. I really like the signage I have here in the Freddy head. It's really hard to make a good looking Freddy head going diagonal, but I actually think I made it pretty good. Currently right now it is closed. Hasn't even begun construction. Now this is the advertisement for the Fazcade, but this is the advertisement for Build-A-Freddy, which is kind of a Build-A-Bear kind of thing, because the Fazcade has a lot more than just an arcade. The Fazcade is kind of a loose term, because the Fazcade has Fazzer Blast, the main prize counter for the Pizzaplex, like I said, Build-A-Freddy, and the 4-story arcade. So it's one of the more bigger areas in the Pizzaplex. I'd probably say it's the biggest entertainment area in the Pizzaplex, because I mean it's Freddy. Freddy's gonna have the biggest area. You know, I really feel like Fazzer Blast, although Fazzer Blast and Security Breach is cool, I feel like it just doesn't fit Freddy. I feel like that's not, I don't feel like that's now, like, you guys can, you know, obviously, I didn't design Security Breach, but, you know, I wouldn't have given Freddy Fazzer Blast laser tag. I wouldn't have did that. I would have given him an arcade, because I just think, first of all, Fazcade is just an amazing name. That's why I'm using it. But I don't know. I feel like Freddy is just, I don't know. He's just I don't know. I don't know what to say. He's just that. He's just that guy. Got some arcades in front. More lemonade fruit punch con. Right here is the what is it called? Funtime Fizz or whatever. This is the soda brand from FNAF 6. That's a advertisement for them, just like Sodaroni over there. More umbrellas, more tables. Now this side of the Pizzaplex is less decorated. It's not going to look, this is not finalized. This side is not finalized. As you can see, I have not begun putting the things in here. Now, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to put in over here yet. Here's another little lobby, just like the one across. I'm not 100% sure what I want to put over here yet. I do know what I am going to, but I don't know what order, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, and I don't know when I'm going to do it, because Because what's going over here is Roxy's Ranger Shootout, Bayou Bounce, and another one that I'm not going to say right now. You guys can go onto the TikTok. Go to the TikTok. I listed everything that I plan on building, but a lot of the times, guys, things just happen. And if I make a good idea, or at least that I think is a good idea, I'm going to build it. So it's not a very confirmed list because it changes all the time. I always tell you guys this story all the time. Lefty was not going to have her raceway. She was just going to have a restaurant. And I just got the raceway idea just kind of out of nowhere. Here's the secondary steps that take you down to the food court, but we're not going to do that yet. Over here, you have a little play area for the kids. And then, just like Security Breach is heavily based off of it, over here, you have a advertisement for Phaser Blast. So let's now go back over here and let's look at this side. So this is the food court side. So this is the side you go to eat. So this is the main food area of the Pizzaplex. If you want food, come here. And let's do it. So over here you got some more concession stands, more carts, and here is L Chips. I am so proud of L Chips. I love L Chip. I love him as a character. I love his design. I love the idea of a Mexican buffet. But in my universe, it's a Tex-Mex because, like, it's a Taco Bell. Obviously, a place like in Security Breach, it's not going to be authentic Mexican food. It's gonna be like Taco Bell. It's gonna be Tex-Mex. It's gonna be, it's not gonna be real. But anyways, I love it. I love the awning that I put on the outside. Here's the sign. I really like the colors in this one. This was also another one of the first areas I built in the Pizzaplex. Before I built the Atrium, I built the lobby. I built this, and then I built the locker bay, and then I built Fazbear lanes. So those were the first things I built. We'll talk about that later. But cactuses, this is where you come in order. More of those drink stations that I talked about. Over here, you got the buffet, some tables, some booths, some paintings on the wall of like the Wild West or whatever, and you have El Chip. Here he is. Here's the stage. He's got some drawings on the back of his thing. I really love that aesthetic, like Showbiz Pizza, their stages, and some CEC stages, but not all of them. But they had like painted backgrounds on the walls behind them instead of just like a bare brick wall. I always love that. So I really incorporate that pretty much into all of my stages, pretty much. I really like it. Let's go into the kitchen really fast. Microwave, deep fryers, cheese dispenser, trash can, shelves, the whole thing. Alright, let's get to the main food court now. Got some more chairs, some more tables with pizza boxes. The cleaning crew has not arrived yet. Oh, wait a second. You thought we were going over here? Nope. We're going to Sparky's Doghouse. So if you guys remember, in the first part of this little series, we went into Sparky's Doghouse, which was in the lobby. But I said, I wonder why Sparky's not here. Well, that's because there is another Sparky's Doghouse. So what Sparky's Doghouse is, if you didn't watch the first video, which you should because it's an awesome video, the Sparky's Doghouse is a adult-oriented area of the Pizzaplex because in a place like this, not every parent is going to want to follow their kid around, which I'm not going to comment on, but not every parent is going to want to walk around this place forever. So they're going to want a place for their own, a place for them to wind down. So that is Sparky's Doghouse. Why it's Sparky? I don't know. I kind of like Sparky as being like a junkyard guard dog kind of thing. And I thought him as a comedian would be pretty cool, and I think it would kind of just fit him. So, or at least my version of the character. We will talk about that later. You come in here, you got pool tables, kind of the same thing. You got some poker tables, TVs with MMA fights going on them. And then over here, oh, you got some darts on the wall. And over here, you got some slot machines, because Fazbear Entertainment is Fazbear Entertainment, and they're going to try to squeeze every penny out of anyone they can. So, of course, they'd have slot machines. Some tables. Here's the bar right here. And then you have Sparky. So this is the stage that he resides on for most of the time. But I imagine he goes to the one in the lobby around the morning, and kind of greets people as they walk in. But as the day progresses, he goes to this one because it is the main one. As you can see, he's got the kind of brick wall and the speakers behind him and the picture frame. I based it heavily off of like Pasquale when he was in front of the brick wall and he was the comedian. Sparky the dog is a comedian. So there's that. Come over here. You come behind the bar. Very proud of how the bar turned out. Come back here. Come to the kitchen. I like the floor in here. Very simple kitchen. Really not that much. Ketchup, mayonnaise dispensers. Here is a vent that is currently under construction. I have not finished that part yet because size. I'm still figuring out the dimensions of that area because the Fazcade is so big. Some vents on the ceilings. I really like putting these because, like, flat roofs they look good. They do. They look fine. But, you know, just putting some vents on the ceiling, not only does it add realism, but it also just makes the build, to me, look better and more full. You know what I mean? Trust me, liminal space is fine, but in Minecraft, I think it looks bad. I don't like when there's negative space in Minecraft. It just doesn't look good to me. Now, in real life, they would fly. In real life, it'd look fine. Like, you know, in real life, there aren't, you know, well, nowadays, but, you know, there really aren't vents hanging from the ceilings like this unless you're at, like, Chipotle. And that stupid design, like, all companies using now, like the open technique where, like, the whole ceiling, you could see the pipes and the vents. But, you know, in real life, a flat, you know, ceiling tile would look fine. But in Minecraft, to me, I just can't look at it. So there are vents all over the Pizzaplex. But I guess I kind of just said that, and then this is a different scenario. More lemonade, fruit punch clown, coffee machines, tea, all the drinking machines. This is the drinking area. This is the, you know, the beverage area. Right here, you can come right here, order some juice or smoothies or whatever. Right here is the pasta and sides area. It's currently garage doored off, just like the ice cream stand. And here is the main pizza stand. Obviously, it needs to be the biggest because is the pizza place. Microwaves, soda dispensers, fridge. It looks really good. I don't know why that block is missing. Here's a burger stand, even though there's a burger place right across the way there. Over here, salads and sides. And then you have the salad bars, just like Chucky. Over here, more vending machines, of course. You can never have enough vending machines. Another save station. Then you have the second bathrooms of the Atrium. Currently, they're not finished. Back here is the kitchen hall. And these are the kitchens over here. Kitchens, plural. Go check out the TikTok. It's not finished yet, though, so we're not going to go back there. More palm trees, like I said. Advertisement for Frazzle Blast. This is the entrance to Chica's Party World back here. I have not actually... Chica's Party World is actually the least developed thing on my list right now. I have no clue on how I'm going to do hers. More black screens. Over here, another employee area. But let's get to the meat and potatoes. This is the stuff you guys really want to see. More booths heavily based off Chuck E. Cheese. Let's go. Let's do the part you guys want to see. So, here we are. We're going in the middle. As you can see, the giant ceiling. I wish it was nighttime. It'd look a lot better. You have the giant Jumbotron in the middle, just like the game. I'm really proud of how the ceiling turned out. Have some beams just kind of spread throughout. Like I said, minimal spacing. Right here is the party check-in. This is where you'd come in if you had a party down there, or tables. You'd come in here. Oh, there, sure. I have a party at Section A. Oh, okay, yeah, here you go. That kind of thing. They have these in Security Breach, but they only have one of them. I thought two. I thought two just looked better, like symmetry-wise. I just think it looks better. But you come down here, and you enter the main party floor. So let's get right into it. You kind of got trash cans, candy machines, claw machines, potted plants, fruit punch, lemonade, cardboard, benches, cotton candy, all the photo booths. There's a bunch of photo booths in here. More candy machines. It's pretty much mirrored on the exact same side. Actually, there's less on this side. You have all the tables in the middle with the different color tablecloths. I really like that design that I have. You have the giant star in the middle. I know it's not completely centered, but it looks good enough to me. That thing took a while to get right. Like, it's really not a hard shape to do in Minecraft. It's not hard, but every time I build it, and I would like walk away from it, I'd turn around and be like, well, maybe this should go here instead of there. Yeah, that kind of took me a while to do. But let's do it, guys. Let's go to the main stage. So right here, there's a little wall separating the party area from the stage because it gets pretty rowdy. There's a lot of, nothing right here because this isn't a sit and show. This is a stand and show, just like it is in the game. I have the silhouettes of all the core 5 heads. I considered putting their bodies here, like, their shoulders and maybe their chest. But I decided not to because I thought it just looked better with just their heads. And I think it turned out pretty well. It also correlates to their spot on the stage. Speaking of the stage, we have the main stage right here. Very similar to the one in Security Breach. I have the core 5 kind of platforms. Now, in the game, and I've said this multiple times, I am designing this map to be somewhat kind of like a game. We'll go over that when the build is finished. I have a lot of stuff planned for when the build is finished. It's actually, the build is only the beginning. But, it would raise up. These platforms would raise up with hydraulics, just like in real life. There are stages like that in real life. And we have these 2 side stages off to the side. Now, I love this idea. I did this in my original Pizzaplex, but I think it looks so much better here. This is for all the side characters in the Pizzaplex because, they deserve spotlight too. Now, they don't get involved in every single show. I kind of imagine the core 5 only perform 3 times in a day. And I would imagine the side characters would appear at the final show before they close. So, the respective characters like Monty and all the mediocre melodies and Candy and those kind of characters, they would kind of pop up here and on those side things, and they would dance their way too. I thought it would just be cool to have some elevation. I thought that was really, really cool. I really like just this image right here. I really do. You have the core 5 up here. And then you got some stars. You got some big speakers all over the place. Now, right here, this is interesting. Right here, this is where the lift would be. I'm currently trying to figure out how exactly command blocks work. I am somewhat working out how they work, but I cannot figure out how to do like moving blocks and stuff like that. So currently right now I have no plans on making this an actual lift unless I could really figure out how to do it and I could do it, hidden enough. I would definitely do it, but that's why I had this hole right here. This is where this would lead to the elevator that leads to parts and service. Now, I could do elevators because all elevators need to do is just teleport you. So I could just go into the elevator, teleport you, press a button, and it would teleport you to parts of service, almost like the elevator moved when it really didn't. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it when it comes to the Atrium. Now, we're going to go on kind of a little thing here. So, what I wanted to do here is I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers and all the support you guys have been giving me over the past few months. I cannot describe to you the gratitude that I have towards you guys, because you guys seem to really like what I've been doing when it comes to the Roblox videos, the builds, the TikToks. We had a YouTube short the other day reach 35,000 views. That YouTube short got us 29 subscribers. That is amazing to me. I would have never in my wildest dreams ever thought about that ever happening. So I just really want to thank you guys for all the support you guys have been giving me. You guys are awesome. When it comes to currently what's going on with the channel, currently right now I have no plans of stopping. We are about 30% done with the Pizzaplex. Now, I know that sounds bad. I know it sounds bad. Maybe I'm underestimating it. Maybe I'm just, kind of lowballing it. But, currently for what I have planned right now, we are only about 40 to 30% done. I have, like I said, go check out the TikTok. That is where you can get the most updates, the most consistent updates about everything that I am doing, especially when it comes to the Pizzaplex, because every single time I finish a section, I take pictures of it and make them slideshows on TikTok. So please go check out the TikTok. That is the best way. I love all the comments you guys leave me. It really warms my heart to see when you guys go on there and are like, "Oh my God, this is so cool. I could never do something like this. I could never have the patience." Let me just tell you right now, yes, you can. Although this is hard work. This is hard work. It's not impossible. Anyone can do it. Trust me, if I can do it, you guys can do it. I don't consider myself to be a master builder. I consider myself to be about average. I think there are people definitely better than me, but let's not sit here and rag on me too much. I've definitely come a long way. This has definitely been a journey from my first Pizzaplex to now. But you guys, don't doubt yourself. If you guys really want to do something like this and you're inspired by what I do, please build it. Please. For the love of God, please. Because I'm telling you, it's a ride. It's so much fun. Building this thing has brought its challenges, but the challenges, once you're done, I mean, do you know how long it took for me to checkerboard pattern this entire room? This atrium took me 2 days. Now, I'm saying 2 days. That's not me sitting down for 2 days and working. That's roughly me working around 6 to 7 hours a day for 2 days straight. I can't just wake up in the morning, get on this, and get off at night. I can't do that. But so I would say roughly a day worth of time was spent on this thing, and that's a lot of time to be playing Minecraft, and that's just this room. I've spent plenty of more time on some other areas, but obviously the atrium is a little more challenging. But just pace yourself. That's the best thing. This is the best piece of advice I can give you. Pace yourself. Don't build the atrium first. Don't build the atrium. Please don't. Build something else first. I build the lobby. Lobbies are great ways to start. Obviously, but please save the atrium for a later date. Because if you try to build the Atrium first time, you're going to do half of this checkerboarding, and then you're going to be like, oh, well, I don't want to do that. Screw that. I don't want to do that anymore. It's so tedious. I mean, easily 4 hours of the 12 hours that I worked on the Atrium was this, 100%. Um, and also too, I built, I the way I did it is because this is level right here. This is the level ground with the Minecraft world right here. So I actually checkerboarded the whole room leveled first, and then I dug into the ground and did the lower level. So I really just did it twice. The reason I did that is so I can make sure the dimensions were right, and I'm pretty sure the dimensions are even. But yes, please pace yourself. If you guys want to build these things, please pace yourself. And that's what pretty much anything that you're not getting paid for, just pace yourself. Because if you burn yourself out, you're not going to want to do it. I'm telling you. But obviously, you gotta have some finesse. You gotta have some dedication. Because if you don't have the dedication, if you don't want to build it, you're not gonna build a good build if you're not passionate about it. And the reason I'm so passionate really about it right now is mainly you guys. I built the lobby around Christmas time. That was around the time that I built the lobby. And I kind of built it as kind of a joking kind of, oh man, here I go again. I'm going to build another one. I was kind of joking. But then I built it, I was like, this can actually really go somewhere. This can look 10 million times better than what I did the first time. My first Pizzaplex is ugly. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only good part about it is how much time it took me to do. That thing took me like 4 years. Even though I could probably knock it out in a year, really, if I worked consistently at it. But, that thing took me, that was a big chunk of my life, was me working on that thing. And you know what? I still love it. I still love it. Even though it looks like crap, even though it looks really bad, I still love it. I still really appreciate for what it did for me. If it wasn't for that video, I wouldn't have, if it wasn't for that place, I wouldn't have made this channel. Because when I made this channel, I originally was like, well, I built this huge Pizzaplex, and I kind of want to show it off. I don't want to just have it on my PlayStation just sitting there. So I was like, yeah, screw it. I'm just going to put it on here. If it gets big, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just kind of wanted it out there. And it did really bad at the start. I'm not going to lie. It did really bad at the start. I was getting nothing on them. But obviously that's the way it goes. But then I kind of got into a kick, and then I started building my maps, my FNAF maps, and my speed builds. And people really started to like it. And then I eventually made my huge tour, and that video got 1,000 views. And that was insane to me. That blew me away. I've made dozens of YouTube accounts over the years, and they've never really took off. And getting that video to 1,000 views was like, one of the best days of my life was when I got that video to 1,000 views. And I know it's not a huge number, just like 100 subscribers isn't, but it is to me. It feels like 1,000,000 because it feels like I finally found my place on YouTube. It feels like I finally found my groove and finally found my strength on YouTube, and I kind of feel really complete. And this Pizzaplex is only growing by the day. I'm getting more ideas, and trust me, the build is not the only thing that's going to come out of this Pizzaplex. I'm going to draw the characters, I'm going to write it out, I'm going to write a story, and I may attempt to make some kind of lore videos, like some VHS tapes, but that's all up in the air right now. But I'm definitely going to draw them. As soon as I get an iPad, I promise you I will draw them, and I will show off my character designs, because you can't get a good design for the characters in Minecraft. They just don't, they're blocks, But you know, I just really appreciate all the love you guys have been giving me. I just appreciate all of it. I love you guys so much. More videos are coming down the pipeline. Unfortunately, I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese, or Night Shift at Chuck E. Cheese on Roblox has been deleted. I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, it's a copyright thing. I think CEC came to him and was like, well, yeah, you're not doing that anymore. Which I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that happened at all, even though Roblox is a free site and all the buying is optional. I understand why it happened. Do I understand why they would do that? I don't know. But he says, or from what I've heard, that they're going to change the game up a little bit, but it's not going to be the same. You know, it's not going to be Chucky in the game. So it's going to be that. But I really owe my channel a lot to that game. That game has given me so much exposure. That 35,000 view YouTube short was on that game. I think that game had a great last update with the King. That was awesome. I really like that game. I really do. And that game did wonders for me, and it did wonders for my channel. So let's thank Night Shift to Chuck E. Cheese, because that game really helped my channel out. But I'm sorry I kind of went on that tangent. I just wanted to thank you guys, and I kind of wanted to let you guys know what's going on and maybe give you some inspiration. Go check out the TikTok. Subscribe. Like. Next video, probably Rockstar Row. Probably. You never know with me. I love you guys. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers. This has been the Atrium Tour. I love you guys. Pizza Time Rockers. Out!